for the process of devotional meditation. Yet their own favorite process is Sankirtana. Meditation is limited because to perform it, one must be in isolation, so as not to be distracted.
So it helps everybody else. So they're trying to say, and they're also saying what's having more weightage, meditation or Nam Sankirtan.
Anita Mataji?
Yes, Mataji, Hare Krishna. Mataji, it's 157. She already read.
Yeah, 58.
Okay, sorry. Of the many ways to chant Krishna's glories, foremost is his Nam Sankirtan. It is deemed the best because it can evoke at once the treasure of pure love for Krishna.
Hey Krishna.
Shashikala Mataji?
Hare Krishna Mataji. When relished with love in countless ways through service rendered constantly by the tongue, the nectar of Sri Krishna's name delights the heart. Who can describe the unequaled excellence of that nectar of Sri Krishna's holy name?
Vallabi Gopi Mataji?
Though all names of the Lord are equally great, a devotee most quickly and easily achieves his goals by chanting the name that he himself holds most dear.
So we can remember Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's Namakari Bahuda Nija Sarva Shakti Stars, where the Lord has invested in all the names. Like many of us have different attractions for different names of Krishna. So that is also emphasized here. Like each one has their taste. You don't have to forcefully change it. But still, the name Krishna is very sweet. That will be emphasized further, which encompasses everything else in it. So, but don't have to artificially do that. That's the point they're trying to make.
I think Shirisha Mataji is not there. Neeta Mataji is not there.
I am here, Mataji. I am here,
Mataji.
Sorry.
Please. Apologies.
Yeah, no problem, Mataji. Since people have different tastes, each name of the Lord is dear to one person or another. All the names of the Lord are therefore dear.
Jai.
Richa Mataji.
When the nectar of the Lord's name appears in just one sense, all the senses are flooded with their own sweet tastes.
Neeru Mataji.
Appearing mainly in the sense of speech, the Lord's name gives pleasure to the chanter and to others. So even greater than meditation on the Lord is his Nama Sankirtana.
Jai. Is there anyone else who did not get a turn? If not, I'll go ahead. The Sankirtana of Krishna's names is praised as the best and most powerful means to attain the treasure of Krishna Prema. It is like a potent mantra that can attract precious objects from a distance. Hare Krishna.
Because Nam Sankirtan invariably leads to the treasure of pure love for the Lord. True connoisseurs of devotional service consider Nam Sankirtan the very fruit of bhakti.
So this is how whenever whoever is in the guru's position, when they speak, when they give a general talk, they say everything is okay, that is fine. But then they will emphasize that highest point where the disciple should be tuned to hear that. So that's how this conversation is going to, like, they are focusing on the Nam Sankirtan part of the Lord really strongly as it's coming to an end.
According to some knower of Rasa, the real sign of person full of prem is this: as he performs Sankirtan of the name he worships, the full force of spiritual agony erupts in him by the weight of his own love.
Mataji, in this previous verse, the commentary last line is so nice. It says, Nam Sankirtan is the necessary and sufficient cause of prema.
Jai.
So nice.
Was this before this?
Yeah, just 165.
Next page.
Next one. In the
Here.
commentary.
165
Consecutive,
and
Yeah.
necessary and sufficient. Cause sufficient. That's all the
Yeah.
we don't have to worry to think more and break our heads. True.
Like the distressed crying of the Chataka birds on a cloudless day of the rainy season, or the lamenting of a flock of Chakravaki birds when parted from their husband at night. The Sankirtana of the Lord's name arises when one is burdened by too much pain.
Krishna.
Nama Sankirtana in fact appears only when prema has been enhanced in a special way. Prema enriched with transcendental hankering results in Sankirtana.
When I read this, I immediately thought, for us already the highest gift is given, and we are now struggling to develop this prema through the Nam Sankirtan. But some devotees who are already in that prema stage when they chant, like especially when Badahari Prabhu chants, I just feel my heart really churns and evokes those emotions, or he's able to channelize in the right direction. Many beautiful singers like that who taste the holy name.
The wonderfully varied sweetness of Sankirtana emerges only by the mercy shown in various wonderful ways by the Lord, the wonderful ocean of the varied rasas of pastimes. This sweetness one can never truly achieve by one's own endeavor.
As the worshippers of the Lord desire, by the chanting of His holy names, they see their sinful reactions dwindle to nothing, even the reactions they are about to suffer. And when other people somehow chant His names, they need suffer only that part of their karma already manifest. Commentary. This explains why devotees engaged in the all powerful process of Nam Sankirtan may sometimes still feel unhappy. In the beginning of their practice, they may carry some remnants of their past sinful karma. But the Lord's names are, will very soon clean those remnants away, including the reactions about to be suffered and even those already manifest prarabdha in the body and mind.
So this answers for us that the timeline that we are expecting is right today.
Thank you, Prabhu. Haribol Krishnaina.
So, so the timeline that
I
we
don't
are
know.
expecting is the problem.
I think the Halloween day.
Priya Madhavi Mataji, sorry.
Sorry, Mataji. Prabhuji came. Sorry. To collect the flower. So
Sure.
Krishna Naina was asking question. I'm really sorry.
No problem, Mataji, no problem. So here we all have that feel unhappy because the timeline that we are expecting is right away, but the timeline works on the Lord's timeline. So, but there is hope. Like we are on the right process. So we just need to have that patience.
Madhi Mataji, want to read?
Sorry, Mataji. I have to read, right? So I unmute it and I start talking to them. I'm really sorry. The great souls who spontaneously serve the names of Lord Hari fear to reveal the vast treasure of his confidential devotional service. So they behave in peculiar ways to show their own faults and unhappiness.
So
What
now they're going to talk about Bharat Maharaj and all the great devotees who kind of had a fall down from a very high bhava, all that stages, Ruchi and all, they have gone so close to that prema stage and we kind of fall down, we see. So now they're going to explain why they do that, why that happens.
But why it says that their own fault and unhappiness, but they are doing with ecstasy, right?
They are, but they are, that's how, just next it is coming, it's explained.
Okay.
Just a little bit down.
Anita Mataji.
All the devotees of the Lord are freed from contamination and misery simply by the Sankirtan of his names. Yet some devotees are as disturbed by compassion as the Lord himself. Act in these ways to teach people civilized behavior.
So they do that on the Lord's order. So to teach us the civilized behavior. So the first one they talk is now coming next.
Shashikala Mataji.
Yes, Mataji. As Bharata and others showed the fault of bad association, Yudhishthira and others the fault of gambling, and Riga and others the fear caused by taking a Brahmana's property. Pure souls generally use their own behavior to teach the people.
So for generations to come, we say, don't go in the bad sangha, don't gamble. So they are helping us so that we don't go in that direction. So it's like how Lord Shiva drank that poison to save. So they take up the role based on the Lord's command or his request.
Vallabi Gopi Mataji.
Yes, Mataji. By the power of bhakti, you will have many realizations, time and again, and for certain you will conquer your most formidable obstacles. In all circumstances, be assured we are your helpers.
So we are going to read the commentary here mainly because now, like us, Gopakumar is also fearful now. What is this? This is very strange. Will I be able to do it or not? The doubt is coming, right? So they are going to clarify now.
Yes. Since devotees may have to endure formidable tests while practicing Nam Sankirtana, Gopakumara may doubt his own fitness to take up the process. The visitors from Vaikunta assure him, therefore, that he should not be doubtful and hesitant, but should begin Nam Sankirtana with all confidence. If he is worried that he cannot expect to succeed without the blessings of pure devotees, he should rest assured that the Vaikunta Dutas will always be there to help him wherever he goes. If he needs to understand anything philosophically or has any difficulties to overcome, they will give him the support he needs.
So we all have this realization also, like many times when we open Bhagavad Gita or we heard a lecture, that long time one question must be haunting us, and suddenly that day we would have got the answer. So that is the Kripa Shakti of the Lord and the devotees manifesting.
Sirisha Mataji.
Yes, Mataji. The greatest mercy of Sri Krishna Chandra we have found is firmly established in you, because even the arguments of the residents of Tapaloka could not dissolve your eagerness to see in person the Supreme Lord.
So in Tapaloka, this is mentioned because they said you can just meditate, go into the mind. And he also saw in his mind also the Lord. Still, he wanted to see in person. So now further verses are going to emphasize how important it is to see the Lord. Also is good, like what Gopakumar wanted to see the Lord on with his own eyes. That is not a bad desire. So that's what they're going to say next.
Richa Mataji.
The form of the personality of Godhead, absolutely real, is the concentrated essence of eternity, knowledge, and bliss. Only with senses that are fit can perceive that Satchit Anand form. Yet by the power of the Lord's mercy, even with the present eyes, quickly one can see it. Thus one beholds the object most suitable for one's vision. One achieves this by the Lord's mercy, or even by one's own endeavor.
So just a little bit more.
No material conditions can limit the influence of the Supreme Lord's Karuna Shakti.
Karunya Shakti, yeah.
Karunya Shakti.
Yeah. The point he's trying to make in this verse is like even this eyes are material, but the Lord can empower the eyes to be to use that to see Him. So nothing can impede. Like how Gopakumar even saw the Mahakala Jagannath and Mahakala Purusha, where nobody else can actually see like that, but because of his love for the Lord, he was able to see. So that is his endeavor and the Lord's mercy.
Neeru Mataji.
Yes, Mataji. Sorry, Mataji, I'm not able to see my
Even,
screen. Yes.
even though.
Even though one's vision of the Lord has its origin in the eye of knowledge, one may think I am seeing him with my own two eyes. This simply indicates the power of Krishna's mercy. by which the devotee feels his own special joy unfurl.
Joy. Is that my turn? Okay. By the force of the vast mercy of the Lord, or by the natural influence of devotional service, one can see him. So, even with the limited eyes, one can achieve the constant vision one may have with the mind in meditation.
If this were not so, by no means would one be able to see the self effulgent Supreme Controller, even within the mind. When the Lord is worshipped in any manner, he bestows intense happiness, for he is the very embodiment of such happiness.
So, they're trying to say that even if you saw him in the mind without his blessing, you couldn't have seen him in the mind. So, why not? He can show you into your eyes also.
We everywhere find that by seeing the Lord with the eyes, one achieves His mercy in all its form and the most intense and excellent joy. Indeed, to see Him is the goal of hearing and of all other ways of devotional practices.
So, now we have that more saying that seeing is not bad. Like if we want to see the Lord, that's a nice thing because it gives a lot of joy.
Gayatri Mataji.
By all methods of spiritual discipline, seeing the Lord in person is the true reward to be attained. That alone destroys illusion down to the root, so that pure love of God may flourish.
So here we have a Bhagavatam verse. Vidyante hridaya grantischidhyante sarva samshayah kshiyante chasya karmani drishta evatmanishvare. Mataji, please to read the highlighted part when one sees.
When one sees the Lord directly, one's forgetfulness of Him, which is the root of all illusion, is destroyed. Thus, the knot in the heart is pierced, and all misgivings are cut to pieces. The chain of fruitive actions is terminated when one sees the Lord as Master.
So here the point is made when we see our the whole from the root our problem of illusion is cut. So that's how seeing is bona fide. Seeing the Lord is bona fide.
Although devotees like Prahlada, the son of Kayadu, saw the Lord in their hearts, they always yearned to see him with their eyes. For this, the proof is that when they finally saw him, they felt special ecstasies.
So we also remember how after the Narshinga pastimes, Prahlad went into the Naimisharanya and he said he wants to see the Pitavasa in the first part. So his yearning was there. He was already like had darshan, but he was yearning to see that Supreme Lord again with his eyes. So that is mentioned here.
When some devotees, even while seeing Krishna in person, close their eyes and appear to withdraw into their minds, this may seem to be meditation. But in fact, it is not. Rather, it is a transformation brought on by excessive joy, like the trembling and other signs of ecstasy in devotees in pure love. Priyamadhi Mataji.
Yeah. Meditation makes sense when the Supreme Lord cannot be seen. Meditation makes sense when the Supreme Lord cannot be seen, not when he is directly present. But Sankirtana is always befitting, whether the Lord is visible or not.
So
Nice.
meditation we can do if he's not there in front. If he's there also we can sing Sankirtan. If he's not there also we can sing Sankirtan. That's what it means. Nam Sankirtan we can do both when we see him and we don't see him. Like when you're going to go see the Lord, again we are going to sing and dance his glories. That's what they are emphasizing here about Nam Sankirtan. And when Prabhupada says, what will you do after chanting? We will go up and chant more. So that is the point coming here.
Anita Mataji.
Dearer to the Lord than even his own beautiful form, his easily worshipped holy name benefits the entire world. Indeed, nothing is as full of nectar as the holy name of the Lord.
Final conclusion.
Shashikala Mataji.
Yes, Mataji. Therefore, honoring the order of Lord Shiva, you should leave this place at once. Go to divine Mathura, the place most dear to Krishna. O Mathura, we bow down to you.
Vallabhi Koki Mataji.
Sri Gopakumara said, upon drinking this invigorating tonic for the ears and heart, I was filled with delight. I bowed down to the messengers from Vaikunta and to Lord Shiva and his wife, and by their grace I was swept at once to this Rajabhumi. Oh, how my mind was stunned. Thus end the third chapter of part 2
Commentary.
Oh, sorry, Mataji. A moment before, Gopakumara had been offering prostate obeisances, and now when he looked up, he suddenly found himself in Rajabhumi. This left him bewildered. Hence the third chapter of part 2 of Srila Sanatana Goswami's Brihad Bhagavatamrita entitled Bhajana Worship.
Jai. You bow down, you get up, you're in Rajabhumi. Hare Krishna. This is really amazing, but all those commentaries are actually very deep. So maybe later, sometimes when second deep reading happens in our life, we will get into that depth of understanding the glories of Nam Sankirtan more. Any realizations, any sharing, Matajis?
It's emphasized so much on Nam Sankirtan, right?
Yes, Mataji. And I just love the point, like how they're not criticizing any of the ways of doing the process of bhakti, but emphasizing on Nam Sankirtan more. And so that nobody is feeling that whatever they did was lower or was not the right way.
Yeah.
Yeah, just
even meditation is good if they can do it in the right way, if all the senses can be engaged. The problem is they cannot be engaged.
even though we are all feeling that maybe that prema is not developed or is not seen anywhere, but we are on the right path itself is giving hope that one day or whenever it is in the association of the devotees who have it, especially in that sadhu sangha. I have really felt so deep in some of those sessions when we could really sit and not think about all those cooking issues and family issues and work issues, and just really sit and hear the holy name and repeat in the sangha. It has been really transforming feeling from the heart, from within.
That will happen when we have a ladies sangha, Mataji. Like we need like a 3-4 days sangha separately. When we have a time to get away from the cooking and the problems.
I also wish one day we can do that when this corona goes away and we all can meet.
Yeah, we approached Vibhusha Prabhuji long back. Like
Yes.
Janmashtami time or the temple opening festival is coming. We requested the upstairs bathroom, the bathroom with the room. We said, Prabhuji, please keep that room for the Matajis. So we want to stay. Anyway, we have to be here for the garland the full day for the function. So we will stay here and we will do the like a lady sangha kind of 2 days. But somehow one more family came and stayed there that time.
Okay, that's like the seed is already sown, so it has to just fructify time.
Yeah.
Malati Mataji actually wanted us to do this, and she even suggested about not being in the temple, and she said because temple has brahmacharis now, she said find a hotel or something like that, like a retreat center. So she was giving plans, blueprint for doing all that, but not fructified yet. Eventually, yes. Like she was willing to come down and facilitate it for us and call in all her god sisters too. So it'll happen. So since she's also aspiring to do it and she has her blessings on that idea, so it'll happen soon. Krishna. So we see you all. Any more reflections, Matajis, or sharings? If not, yes. We will end here.
Can you,
Yes,
Mataji, can you speak more on the verse like 173? So they say that they are the helpers, right? So they say that in all circumstances, be assured we are the helpers.